Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is the man in a black mask, and he now has another Britney Spears story to share. Another Britney Spears story, yes, and this is about freedom and healing. Okay, she's on her way to freedom land, and this is a good thing. Britney Spears healing after dad's conservatorship suspension, and Jamie Spears, he's having like the worst time of his life right now. Now that he's not able to run his daughter's life no more. Anyways, fuck him. He's the reason why Britney will probably never be able to return to the spotlight. A lot of people are blaming the conservatorship on Britney's years in the spotlight. And the spotlight can do a whole bunch of fucked up shit to celebrities, sick or healthy. I mean, look what it did to people like Amanda Bynes and Chris Brown and fucking Kanye West. Think about that. Think about it. You know, some of the celebrities have either become addicts or criminals or killed themselves because of what the spotlight has done to them, the public eye. Nosy motherfuckers they are. Anyway, let me read you this article to you from, the Page 6 website. They got some good shit down there. Page 6. Britney Spears is prioritizing self-care following her big win in court earlier this week. The singer, 39, told fans via Instagram over the weekend that she's focused on healing after her estranged father, Jamie Spears, was suspended from her conservatorship. Although there is change and things to celebrate in my life, I still have a lot of healing to do, Britney admitted. Thankfully, I have a good support system and I'm taking time to understand it's okay to slow down and breathe. She added, only through self-love I can pray, love, and support others in return. A source told Page 6 that Britney was on vacation with her fiance, Sam Asghari, when Los Angeles Supreme Court Judge Brenda Penny made the decision to suspend Jamie from the legal arrangement on Wednesday. Don't forget, it was Judge Penny that branded the legal arrangement toxic from the get-go over what he subjected his daughter to over the years. So yeah, don't never forget that shit neither, okay? It's Jamie's fault that Britney's life was ruined so tragically, okay? Had abused her in ways nobody would ever imagine. Britney wanted to get away and relax with her new fiance, the insider said. She did not attend the hearing virtually. She had multiple detailed conversations with a lawyer before the hearing and trusted that he would get the job done, and he did. Judge Penny also approved the request by Britney's lawyer, Matthew S. Rosengart, to appoint certified public accountant John Zabel as the temporary conservator of the singer's estate following Jamie's removal. Of the victorious win in court, a source told Page 6 that Britney burst into tears upon hearing the judge's decision. For the longest time, she had begun to think that she would never see the day that her father's domineering control over every single aspect of her life would end. But it finally happened, added the source. Since then, Britney has been celebrating in a myriad of ways, posting everything from a nude vacay photo shoot to videos of her flying in a private plane with Asghari, 27. Bingo. On cloud 9 right now, she captioned the latter. First time flying a plane and first time in a prop plane. Jeez, I was scared. Ha ha ha. Go Britney. Yeah. Britney's attorney told reporters outside the courtroom on Wednesday that his next priority, listen, is to dissolve the conservatorship altogether. The next hearing is set for November 12th. Yes, man. What do you got to say about that? Anything bad? No? Anything good? Yes, I do. You know why? Because Britney deserves better. And the one thing that still fucks me up to this day was that she was worth about $216 million prior to the conservatorship. And ever since she got enlisted in the legal arrangement, Jamie Spears liquidated through much of her bank account and everything else, and that dwindled her net worth considerably to where she's almost broke. Well, once the legal arrangement is gone, guess what? Britney is going to have financial freedom no matter what. No matter how good or bad her financial situation is, she's going to be her own person at the end of the day. But I just hate the fact that she lost so much money due to this legal piece of shit arrangement of hers. You got the court to blame. They have a way of abusing the already abused. And now Amanda Bynes, I'm praying that she don't go through the same shit that Britney did. but she's been hospitalized twice, once in July 2013 and again in October 2014. Both were long stays. Meanwhile, the first time that Britney was admitted to the psych ward, this was about 1 week prior to the conservatorship. The conservatorship didn't happen until either late January or early February of 2008, but it was one of them. So much shit was happening back then. No lie. But I just hate that such a law exists in the first place concerning conservatorships and guardianships, since it's meant to strip a person of his or her rights and liberties. I'm so against that shit. Such fucking idiots, treating you like a mental patient or a prisoner, like you're locked up in a psychiatric institution or state or federal prison or jail, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that's like worse than incarceration. You can't talk to nobody other than the people that they allow you to talk to. And it's usually, members of the legal team and not your kin, let alone your friends and family or even your kids. Even if they allow those people to talk to you, both sides would have to agree to a non-disclosure agreement. You know what I'm saying? They're ordered to keep their mouth shut about this matter, and you too. That I hate. That's like legalized kidnapping. They got you on a fucking slave boat, and you can't jump out of it without drowning in the river. But I'm glad Britney was able to get out of the slave boat, and she was able to swim back to shore. I just hated what they had done to her. That she had to go through all this shit just to get better. Let me tell you something. There were some people that was under conservatorship and guardianship that didn't even make year 2 or year 5 because they made such fucking strides that they was able to get out. But Britney's, meanwhile, hers took the cake. Hers took almost 20 years, precisely 13 on the nose. So she missed out on much of her kid's childhood. And that fucks me up more than anything, because that could have been me, that could have been you. You're saying disabled or not. And this thing kind of just bugs me to death, These money-grubbing assholes. They wouldn't do that shit to a poor person. Or would they? I don't know. But Britney was rich and lost a good portion of her money because of this. And I hate that more than anything. Like I told you yesterday on my last video feed, that if the conservatorship guardianship law cannot be abolished, it needs to be reformed. Thanks to the Free Britney Act, which allows, the wards of the state to be able to choose a conservative guardian of their own choosing instead of having the court handpick such people for them. Because that leads to many problems down the road, such as neglect and abuse. And the court just appointed that piece of shit Jamie, with whom Britney was so scared of since childhood. And that's another thing. The courts tend to appoint somebody that you might have had a long-standing fucking beef with, or somebody that you clearly don't trust to manage your affairs. And that could truly fuck everything up for you. That can make you crazy overnight if you ain't crazy now. Let me tell you. But like I said, man, this needs to fucking stop. Just hit me up with some real talk, man. This is just fucked up on so many levels, on so many ways, shapes, and forms, that this had to happen to Britney. I'm sure Britney never even imagined that it would get to this point. And neither do the rest of us. I mean, all we wanted was to see Jane Spears disappear. Leave Britney the fuck alone. Let her live her life. I mean, she's middle-aged, for Christ's sake. And I'm also hoping that once this conservatorship is killed entirely, hopefully next month, that, Britney cuts off Jamie permanently. Her kids, too. Because James hit one of her sons, too. It's worth noting that he's very abusive, both mentally and physically and emotionally. In the end, Britney don't owe Jamie nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that fool. That punk-ass motherfucker, man. Somebody ought to shoot him in his fucking eye. How dare you, Jamie? How fucking dare you ruin your daughter's life like that? You deserve to go to prison for the rest of your natural life, you son of a bitch. Britney didn't even do shit to you, and you're gonna fuck her up like that, set her up to go crazy, and end up in the guardianship. And it's your fucking fault that she became a junkie and she tried to kill herself twice, thanks to you. Just like it's your fault she lost custody of her fucking kids prior to the conservatorship. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you punk-ass motherfucker. That goes for every other parent or grandparent out there that has fucked over their grandkids or their kids in general. You hear me? That is just fucked up, man. This needs to stop, man. Enough already. Let her live her fucking life and stop looking for an excuse to fuck it up further than it already is. Leave her the fuck alone. Anyway, thank you for listening to the Man in the Black Mask. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about this topic, want to make a statement, want to give a testimony, do so underneath the screen. I am dying to hear from you. This is an important topic for the disabled and the vulnerable community alike. Okay, this is very important. Okay, that's why I brung this shit out in the first place. So again, like and subscribe, comments and questions underneath the window. And click that bell so that you can get notified whenever the Man in the Black Mask goes on air. Until then, good luck, be well, and have a good day. And thank you for your service. Peace.